Pooja. We are super excited to have you. Now, Pooja has been with Garnier for the over last 2 years, and now we are launching yet another category with you. How does it feel, Pooja?
I mean, I'm very excited because I've actually wanting all to launch this Super UV mist for a while, because when we shot the ad, I thought it was incredible because after we apply our makeup, we need something, to retouch our sunscreen, and I'm really happy that you all have finally launched it. But you're quite a rock star. Huh? I'm watching her here on stage.
Learning from you, Pooja, learning from you. Okay, and joining Pooja today, we have somebody very new to the Garnier family. He's made everyone go wow wow boom in 2023, and in 2024, he's going to make everyone go SPF, SPF, SPF. Welcome to our Jigra, Vedang Raina. Welcome, Vedang. How does it feel to be here?
Oh, I'm very, very, very happy, very excited to be associated with Garnier. And yeah, looking forward to this wonderful association.
So are we, so are we. Okay, so I have a surprise for you. Why don't you come here? Okay, so that they get the screen close to the products. So like you all know, we have been working together for the past few months to create communication for this wonderful new launch. And we have created communication with both of you. Yeah, so on the count, 3, 2, 1. Oh. 3,
यूवी रेज होती है हर जगह ब्लॉक करो हर नया गार्नियर सुपर यूवी इनविजिबल सीरम सनस्क्रीन इसमें है डबल पावर SPF 50 प्लस एंड विटामिन सी जो 99% सन डैमेज से प्रोटेक्ट करे और डार्क स्पॉट्स को करेक्ट करे इनविजिबल सीरम टेक्सचर बिल्कुल पता ही ना चले नया गार्नियर सुपर यूवी इनविजिबल सीरम सनस्क्रीन यूज करो हर दिन बाय गार्नियर नेचुरल
wonderful. So Pooja, let me tell you, media has gone live across the country on TV, digital, and more places, and you will see it super soon. Okay, so moving on to Vedang. Now, Vedang is our first male spokesperson on Garnier Skin Natural. First one, right? And the reason why we have you is to expand our appeal to the male audiences as well, because sunscreen is not a category that's restricted by gender. It's for everyone. And welcome, Vedang. I mean, we are very happy to have you on the brand so that we really make this truly a male plus female brand. Can we want to give the 3, 2, 1?
Countdown?
Just say go.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
यूवी रेज होती हैं हर जगह ब्लॉक
Wonderful, isn't it? Super excited. Okay, so that was on the communication. You were telling me something about some AMA?
The one we did on Instagram. We put up a story.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so we put up a story on Instagram yesterday as an AMA to ask what people think about sun care and what questions they have on it. And I think today both of us are here to kind of address it.
Yeah. I think we had a lot of questions come in, and I think you guys have consolidated it, and we're going to be answering them today.
Okay, glad that happened because we have a few experts in the room who will help us to do just that. Why don't I have the two of you seated so that I can then welcome the experts, please? Maybe on extreme ones, please. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so my first guest for today is Dr. Rickson Pereira. Dr. Rickson Pereira is a board-certified dermatologist.
I have a question, and it's also a doubt that I've always had. So I got introduced to the concept of sunscreens. Sorry. So I got introduced to the concept of sunscreens when I used to watch cricket, and I saw all these Australian cricketers wear it on their faces, the thick white sunscreen. And I must have been 10 or 12 then, and I thought it's something that only people in Europe or Australia use. I didn't know it was a concept in the country, and I didn't know much about skincare anyway. So, Dr. Rickson, my question is to you. Why are sunscreens relevant in India as well?
So, hello everyone. And so India, we know, is closer to the equator, so we get a lot of UV light all year round. And of course, we have an inbuilt sun protection mechanism, that's melanin, but that is not enough. You'll always end up having some amount of sun damage, and that accumulates over time. So you get cumulative damage over time, and that is what we want to prevent. So what a sunscreen does is it protects against that sun damage. It drastically reduces this cumulative sun damage over time, and that's why it's very important to use a sunscreen to maintain the aesthetics of young and healthy skin. And as dermatologists, we've been prescribing sunscreen for years. I mean, sunscreen was, I think in a decade, it'll be 100 years of since sunscreen was introduced. So I think it's been around for a long time, but I think more and more people should open up to the idea of using a sunscreen.
Thank you.
Well, my next question to you is, of course, I have been using sunscreen like every day. It's become part of my routine now. But I wanted to ask you, because a lot of people asked me on my Instagram yesterday, is that what happens when you don't use sunscreen? And they always say you should also use it when it's cloudy, it's not sunny. So if you could just tell them like why.
If I may take this
Yes,
one.
please.
So I think you need to wear sunscreen every day. Because even if it's cloudy or so, UV rays will pass. And so when we are talking about UV ray, there is mostly two kinds of UVs that we are talking about. There is UVB and UVA. And to remember what is what, you can say UVB for sunburn. So this is the UV that will stay at the surface of the skin, but which are with very high intensity and which will burn your skin. And you have UVA for aging, which will go deeper into the skin and create damage inside the skin. They will create overproduction of melanin. So this is where you will have some tanning, sun tanning, etc. And so the idea is to use sunscreen to be able to protect your skin from both of these UVs.
Nice. Vedang, any
Yes.
questions?
Yes. So next one I'll ask is, so this is the funny one I got, so let me lighten up the mood a bit. This question is from Punya Vats, sorry if I got the name wrong. So he is asked, मैं जब गोवा जाता हूँ तब सनस्क्रीन लगाता हूँ, बट मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड कहती है कि आई हैव टू वेयर सनस्क्रीन एवरी डे. Why? So Dr. Rickson, let me ask you, should Punya Vats listen to his girlfriend or not listen to his girlfriend?
I think he should. He absolutely should. He should be wearing sunscreen every day. Like I said, India is a country where there is a lot of UV light. Okay, whether you're in around on a beach in Goa, or you're at an altitude on some mountain, or even in Mumbai. If you saw the UV index today, it was 9. Okay, and that's really high. Okay, when the UV index goes from like 1 to 11 plus, so it's 0 at night, and then as the day progresses, the UV index increases. So any UV index 3 and above requires sun protection. And in fact, if it gets extreme, like 9, 10, 11, you should actually be getting out of the sun wherever possible. Okay, so that's important. So that's why no matter which place in India you are, you need sunscreen. Even on rainy days, make sure you wear your sunscreen, because a lot of UVA light gets filtered through the clouds. Okay, so clouds can block some UVB, but during the day, if you see light, that means there is UVA light, and you must wear a sunscreen even during the monsoons. Yeah, so yeah, he absolutely should.
And in general, I think he should listen to his girlfriend. And she sounds like she knows what she's talking about.
Skincare or not?
Yeah,
Always
for
listen to
sure. The secret to his happy life. But I personally really love both the serum sunscreen and the Garnier Super UV Mist sunscreen, like I was saying earlier, because I don't know about you. What do you?
No, I love both of them too, and I'm using the serum sunscreen every day without fail. It feels super light on the skin, it's not greasy, it doesn't leave a white cast, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, and I think, like I said earlier, I mean, I'm dressed like the sunscreen bottle today myself. Yeah, but I think what's great is that, after you apply makeup, especially and you're on the go, it just takes 3 seconds to apply it and it doesn't leave any kind of it's super lightweight, there's no white cast, and I think it's a great product to have. It's really, you can put it in your pocket anywhere, your little bag, so it's been designed very beautifully. So besides me saying all this, why don't you guys tell us why this is so special?
Okay, I think you've said it all actually. You've spoken like a true consumer who needs everything. We need protection, we need sensoriality, we need convenience. And really with Garnier today, I think we've really launched the best combination possible. It's really the gold standard of sun protection. So you're talking about SPF 50, you're talking about PA4+, 99% sun damage protection at any point in time. And that's what brings in the efficacy. Then you talked about sensoriality, and I'll let Xavier talk about the sensoriality of it a little later. But then convenience, look at the formats that you're launching. Extremely easy to carry, on the go. You don't need a reason. You really have to find a reason not to use sunscreen anymore. So for me, there is so much. Most importantly, eventually, because we are looking for something which is perfect for the Indian consumers. And we've really tested our sunscreens on Indian consumers. And you've seen the results. Charuta spoke about the fact that over 96% consumers feel that this is the best sunscreen ever. And that really brings us confidence, because on Garnier, we really want to bring beauty for all, inclusive beauty, and when you're talking to all consumers and you're getting that kind of a resounding response, it really kind of, that's the happy moment that you have, through the course of your day. But Xavier, on the efficacy, would you like to add something?
Yeah, sure. So what we have done specifically with these two products was to develop them adapted to, of course, the consumer need, but also to the climate, because we know that we are in a region where it's more hot, humid. In big cities, there can be a lot of pollution, and so we need a light and fresh texture. So there was a lot of challenge, because I'm sure all of us have already tried many UV products, very heavy, greasy, but this is the internal nature of UV filters, and that was all our challenge, to guarantee the best protection, because as Garnier, and because actually SPF is not just cosmetic but also a health concern, we have to have the highest protection. And around these UV filters, we have developed a vehicle, a formula that is light and fresh for be actually an enjoyable moment,
Maybe I think at this point in time it would make real sense if we actually show them the efficacy, because I think there's nothing that works like an actual visible test. And Xavier, because we have him from the RNI team, is going to take you guys through an actual experiment that, it goes beyond our words. You can actually see the efficacy.
So we just discussed a little bit earlier about the importance on how UV will penetrate the skin. So here, to make a small demonstration, so I will not do a cocktail, even if I'm using tonic. I'm using the tonic because it contains quinine in the drink. And these quinine molecules are reflecting the UV